Hello, my fellow coders. Welcome back to Think and Code. And today I am trying out something ridiculous. I'm trying to challenge myself to build the world's smallest and dumbest LLM under 100 lines of Python. But before I start, I need to mention this. And this LLM or this chatbot does not have neural networks, no attention, no transformers, no machine learning, not even a GPU, and yet it will still hold a conversation, kind of, because it's not really an LLM. I'll explain to you while we code that. But let's test it out. So as you can see, it can't even respond to a hello. So if I ask, what is Empire of Frostheim? So of Frostheim is filled with magic. Hello adventure, we are delighted to guide you through the adventure realm of imagination. Welcome to, if we do welcome to, it will say welcome to Fantasy Tours and Travel, and is the leading agency for magical adventures, enchanted forests, dragons, castles, floating. You can clearly see this is a autocomplete. As you can see, I said welcome to, and it said welcome to Fantasy Tours and Travel, and then it started with Fantasy Tours and Travels is the leading agency for magical adventures, enchanted forests, and dragon castles. Let me show you how to build this real quick. So before we start, I had something to mention. This is all the training data we are going to use. 35 lines of a text document. It can't really be called training, but still, let's just call it training the model for now. So we are training the model using just 35 lines of code, text files. So first, what we need to understand is, like I said, this is not a LLM because it has no neural networks or machine learning or a GPU or transformers or attention. And attention is one of the most leading research that broke through into huge LLMs that we have right now. So what we are actually building is a Markov chain. So Markov chain is basically a autocomplete. It's a autocomplete. What it does is, what our training model does is, if we have a line, a dragon flies over the mountain, the model, it learns dragon comes before flies and flies comes after dragon, and so on. So that's all you need to know for now. And let's get started. We're going to import some modules here that we are going to require. This is to choose the random words, and re is regex for regular expressions. So we can use this to clean the text. And then text wrap is, if the line is longer, the bot will change the line. Text wrap is just to change the line if the line is longer than we expected. Because if we have a lot longer line, what can happen is something like this. As you can see, this is a long line and it goes to here. So we don't want that. So that's why we have this text wrap. So next, as always, we're going to start with our main function. Let's start. So we have written the main function here. So let me just explain. So this is all the loading we need to for the whole brain.txt. This is us sending brain.txt to a function called train, which we are going to make right now. And same, we are going to do generate, and we're going to do a pass here for now. So what we did here was we passed the brain.txt to a function called train, assigned the response to a variable called brain, and we are expecting an error. If brain.txt is not found, we have to return an error, and if there is a value error, we're going to return that error as well. Then we have width. I am not going to explain all this. This is just for the aesthetic. So this is where we are going to continually loop, so you can keep chatting and it does not end with just you asking one question and you replying once. So this will continue the loop until we type quit and it will end. Now next is the length random.ran.init. So this will make it so every time we get a response, the response length should be anywhere from 10 to 15, and then we have response. Now response here is for generate. When our code does generate, this is a generate function. This will generate a text, and this text will be given to response, and that response will be shown through bot. So what we can do here is just do this. We don't want too many lines, so we're going to get a response, and then we're going to use text wrap. So after the width is 80, we're going to change lines. As you can see, we're giving it an word of memory. So we need to configure a variable, a global variable, that is n. This will represent the number of word the chatbot is going to remember. So what we did here is create two functions, a train and a clean word function. So basically the clean word function is not very hard. So what it does is basically takes a raw text and converts into a clean list of words. If we have something like a hello world and comma, it will just turn this into something like this. So that's what it's gonna do. If we have hello world, it's gonna convert it to a list like this, and that's what the work of re is as well. So we're just going to take out the regular expressions like A to Z, O to 9, and so on. And then we're going to split it and give the word return the list of words. And after we get the returned list of words here, clean words, then we're going to check if this is greater than 2 or not. For now, 2, because n is 1. N plus 1 is 2 for now. So that's why if we're going to check if the word is true or not, if it's true, then we move on. If it's false, we'll raise an error that we need more words. And next, this is a loop that we're going to run through. So what's going to happen here is we are sending the read.file, and it will create something like this for our whole brain.txt file, a list of words, and that list of words is going to go through here. So where basically each word it reads from brain.txt and builds a dictionary, as you can see, modal, right? And it will build a modal for itself and then start appending to the next one. For example, if we take something like, if we have something like this, because of this, it's going to be converted into, so it will be transformed into something like this. And then we are going to iterate through that list one word at a time. And each time we iterate it, we take n word. First, we take n word. Let's say n1 is floating because the 0, if we start with 0, then we'll start with the. If we are starting with n1, we are going to go with floating. Let's say we take n equals to 1, which is floating, and we check the word next right after this. What's the word right at n2? That is kingdom. So what we are doing here is we're storing the relationship that floating comes after kingdom. And this is the Markov chain we are creating for our brain.txt. And that is how we developed our model here. Then we're going to return that model. After we do return that model, let's go back here and check this out. We are going to start taking input. As you can see, after we return the brain, we are going to take input, and then we are going to see the random length, and then we are going to generate a response. Our response being, we have to generate it. So let's start with that function. I'll come right back again after I complete this and explain to you how it works. So let me explain what's going on here. First, we created a generate model where we took the model we generated here, and then the prompt from the user we got here, and then our length that we had generated here, a random length. So next what we did was we took that model. If we do not have the model, we are just going to return this. If somehow that was possible, we are going to just return this. And if we do have the model, what we are going to do is all keys. All keys means the keys we generated here, the model. We're going to make those keys into a list, and then we're going to use the prompt, and then clean the prompts up using the clean word, and then we're going to get a list again, and we're going to check if the prompt length is greater than n, and if it is, then we are just going to start from the end of the prompt. If we're something like this is a drag, then we're just going to take this, and then we are going to generate the more responses using that. But else, if it is not, the prompt is not greater than equals to 1, that is 1. Yeah, if we don't have a prompt at all, what we are going to do is we're going to get a random word from here, anywhere here, and then we're going to start from there. And yeah, so after we take that, the output is going to start from that individual word. Either it's going to be from this, the last word of the user's prompt, or a random choice. And after we do have the output or the list, and then we are going to use this to generate our response, and the response should be a length that we already decided below, the random length between 10 to 15. And if we hit a dead end here, we are going to jump into somewhere random. If this seed is not present in this text, let's assume this is about fantasy. Let's say my question is, what is Python? We still need a response, right? So it's a chatbot after all. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take this and check if it's in the model. If it's in the model, it's fine, we don't have to do this. If it's not in the model, what we're going to do is we're going to take a random choice and then jump there, and then we're going to start again. Now randomly choose one possible next word. So we're going to choose if which one is possible next, which next word is possible, and then again and again and again we are going to do that, and we're going to add it to our output, and then we're gonna slide the window forward. We're gonna add n, and we're going to slide the window forward and forward. Like for example, if it was just dumb, next it will be something like, so what happened here is the floating window. If we have like floating kingdom, it becomes like after the window is moved, it will be kingdom welcome. So it will just guess the next word and it will keep moving forward. So that's what's going to happen in here. And then we are going to join all the sentence together and return the sentence. And when we do return the sentence, it will be saved into response and the bot will fire up that text. So let's just check it out. As you can see, it's like 86 lines. It's not even 100 lines. It's not even 90 lines. So let's start. So we have an error here. We're going to solve that later if it does not work out. So let's say hello. Hello, adventure. We hope to ancient fortress, mysterious forest, glowing mushrooms hidden. We got this part right at least. So what is the empire? Empire of Nocter is illuminated by crystal mountains. So right now we have one word memory. So I'm going to change this memory to 2. So let's just try it with 2 words. As you can see, 2 words memory. Hello travelers. Hello travelers. Island. Welcome island. If we do empire only, which is less than 2 words, so it's gonna just generate a random thing. But if we do what is empire of, again, empire of Frostlim is, as you can see, it does answer what you want. It is a pretty good chatbot, but you can also use this in something else. So as you can see, I'm making a new channel.txt and I have copied this and pasted it here. This is about thinking code, and what's going to happen here is I have hyper optimized those words so it will answer exactly what Ark said. So let's change the brain.txt to channel.txt here, channel.txt, and it's really easy to change the text channels. And if we ask what is the channel name, as you can see, channel name, the channel name is thinking code. Thinking code is the channel. Do the channel. So what is the total subscribers? Total subscribers, artificial subscribers has fun. If we say hello, thinking code teaches Python, thinking code teaches artificial intelligence. So yeah, subscribers, where we learn by building projects. Name channel is, what is the channel? If we do what does the channel do? The channel name is thinking what is this? As you can see, it's like dumb as hell. So if we just change this to, let's say, 1 and rerun it, because I want to see the total subscriber counts. Subscribers, the channel name of the channel currently has 17 subscribers. Thinking code, yes, the 1 is a lot better. So I have been messing around a lot, but in the next video we are actually gonna take this a level higher, and so we can teach this chatbot and make it a little better, a little bit smarter. I'll see you then. I hope you subscribe and like, and if you want to see the next video, turn on that notification. I'll see you in the next one. Happy coding, keep coding.